Well, hello there, everyone. Wanted to put together a quick video for you. One of the questions that I get asked often, and when people first start trading, is all about support and resistance. And if you plan on being swing trading the market, you have to be able to start to understand technical analysis. Because when we're swing trading the stock market, we're not looking at fundamental investing or fundamental analysis, right? We're not looking at profit and loss statements. We're not looking at balance sheets. We are not looking at who the CEO is or what the strategic plan is. We are really looking at the chart and what is happening with the stock with price action, volume, and what the chart is telling us. So support and resistance is one of the things that you have to learn, one of the first things that you should be learning as a brand new trader. So imagine this, a ball hits the floor and bounces. You toss it up, and after it hits the ceiling, that is resistance. When it comes back to the floor, that is support. It's as simple as that. The concept is as simple as that. So support is a price level where buying is strong enough to interrupt or reverse a downtrend. So when a downtrend hits support and it bounces like a diver who hits the bottom and pushes away from that floor, that is your level of support. Now, resistance is a price level where selling is strong enough to interrupt or reverse an uptrend. So when an uptrend hits resistance, it acts like somebody who's hit their head on a branch while climbing a tree. When they hit that branch, they have resistance. They can't go any further. So that resistance is where the stock hits, turns, and either consolidates or comes back down. Now, just because support and resistance exists on a chart doesn't mean that the stock is not going to go through it, right? It's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed in the stock market, right? So the best technical analysis can still go have the trade go against us, right? So good technical analysis and support and resistance gives us a roadmap, but of course that roadmap can always change on us. So I have taken the Apple ticker symbol here. Everybody knows Apple, and I've cleared out all of my support and resistance lines and cleaned it all up. All you see here is the chart and the volume bars. So you've got candlesticks, hollow, solid, and then line. Okay, so those are the different options. There's more than that, but these are the ones I use. Okay, so typically I'm using candles throughout the day. So this is a daily chart on Apple. So let's draw some support and resistance lines so that you can see how it's done and start practicing on stocks that you're looking at. Whether you're paper trading or live trading, doesn't matter, but you need to be drawing your support and resistance lines. Now, there's two types of support and resistance lines. You have your horizontal, which go left to right, and then there's the vertical, which are more of your trend lines. Typically, the horizontal lines, your support and resistance, tend to be stronger or more reliable, I should say. But again, no guarantees. So many a support line's been broken, many a resistance line's been broken. So the longer a support line is in play, like say a support line goes back from 2023 all the way to 2016, there's a chance that the market will try and hold that support line. So the longer period of time that a support or resistance line is in existence, the stronger it gets. So in order to do your support and resistance, you're going to flip into a line chart and you're going to look for where your congestion is at, right? Where you have points. A minimum of 2 is what I like to look at. So I'm always looking for 2 points where my horizontal line is going to cross. So here on Apple, I find one right around the 171 to 170 area. Okay, so support and resistance is never down to the penny. Some people will say support is at 170.51. Yeah, it may be, but the stock, even in that area, is going to chop around in a little bit of a range. So I'm always looking at support and resistance as a range. So I'm going to take my horizontal line and I'm going to drop it in here, which is at 171.49. So my support level is around 171.49 to 170.41. So that is one key level of support. We've got 1, 2, 2.5, almost 3 touch points, right? We can move it down and we're at 170.51. So you see why I say it's between 170 and 171. It's right in that area. So that is one level of support, which Apple currently is testing, right? You flip this over to a candlestick chart, and you can see it's actually broken through that today. So the question is it going to continue coming down, testing the 200-day moving average, which is at 170.18. So if that moving average is right there. So you see how that moving average is just below the level of support. Okay, flipping back to a line chart, I want to look for resistance. Okay, you see we've got 1, 2, couple of touch points there. So 179.17 is some light resistance, and I say light because it doesn't have a long history to it. Okay, but we can definitely draw some resistance in there. Then after that, you really don't have true set of 2 touch points here. So I'm not sure I would call that a level of resistance. You're probably looking at going all the way back up to the top here around the 193, 194 area, which are basically all-time highs. So this is how you draw support and resistance. Flip that back to candlesticks and you can see what's happened here, right? Within this range of 179 to 171, you've got channeling going on, right? It did break through here, but it pulled back through and channeled again, couldn't break through here and keep going, came back down. So Apple has been channeling since around August of 2023. So that is how you draw support and resistance on your charts. You flip to a line chart and you look for a minimum of 2 points that touch to create a level of support or a level of resistance. The more points that are touching the horizontal line, the stronger that support or level of resistance is.